Hello, everybody. Happy full moon. Welcome to the Blood Temple. Welcome to the Red Tent. So, I was hoping that we could have done this circle as a beautiful ceremony honoring the full moon and all of the amazing energies that are being offered to us right now. But because I will be hosting a retreat in Tulum, and with COVID and all the flying restrictions, my flight has changed so many times that now I'm not going to be available to host this live. So I thought the next best thing would be to record a meditation. Instead of doing a full ceremony together, I can just give you pieces of the ceremony that you can do for yourself. And at first, I was devastated because you'll see the energy for this full moon is so amazing, so supportive to our rebirthing process, which we have been in the middle of through this whole Virgo season. And I really wanted to share that with all of you and learn about where each and every one of you are on your rebirthing journeys. But because I won't do that, I am surrendering to the process and surrendering to the divine wisdom that this may be better done individually for each of ourselves. So I'm just going to guide you through a meditation and a little ritual that you can do on your own during this full moon. But before we get into that, I kind of want to talk about what is going on astrologically for all of us and why this is such an amazing full moon. So I'm pretty sure like every month I'm like, this is the most amazing full moon. But like truly this one is. We talk about in 13 moons in the Virgo season content that Virgo season is really the moment of the rest of our lives. Like this is the turning point for us. This is the point that we've been really waiting for, and the build up, the climax for us to finally fall over the waterfall, to have that rush come through of real change and dramatic change on a cellular level, but also on a soul level. Well, if that's the case for Virgo season, the thing that we are being really ushered into and initiated into is through this Piscean full moon. So Pisces is really the opposite energy from Virgo. Virgo is very grounded. She's the virgin. She is the mother energy, the mother earth energy. She is earth herself. There is a gravity to Virgo, a groundedness, a level headed, level thinking, rationality, detailed oriented aspect of Virgo, very action oriented as well, being able to create in a realistic, materialized way, not just in thought and emotion, but really in tangible means. Whereas Pisces, on the flip side, is really all about the ethereal, the unseen parts of our experience as humans, the psychic realm, the dream realm, the spiritual realm, the realm of irrationality, the realm of emotions, the realm of the things that make us want to fantasize and maybe even escape from our reality to go into our higher chakras. And Virgo is actually the opposite, asking us to come down into the earth, into our lower chakras. So at this full moon, we're having this very polarized experience of wanting to go down into the earth and then also wanting to escape and fly away, and finding that balance between the two. It's one of the reasons why I named Witch and Womb was really this balance between Piscean and Virgo energy. This wanting to be very psychically sovereign and be up in the higher chakras, and at the same time being rooted into our lower chakras and into our womb space. So the witch of Pisces in the womb of Virgo, and merging those together. And something that I talk about in Wake Your Witch, if any of you are doing Wake Your Witch, we talk a lot about how we can't ascend into the next version of ourselves until we have a harmony between our third eye and our womb space. and that when there is misalignment or there is a broken connection between the two, it's very difficult for us to rebirth into a new version of ourselves. So, what's happening for us right now astrologically is this amazing opportunity for us to realign those two centers, those two power centers of the third eye and the womb space, to align ourselves with those. And at the same time, do that with the sun and the moon, right? Coming together, the masculine and the feminine coming together, all in perfect harmony with Uranus. Now, Uranus is the planet that brings luck. It brings massive change. Sometimes that can feel scary. Sometimes it's very intense, but it's extremely revolutionary. And so every time Uranus comes and blesses our lives look completely different. So the fact that this is happening in Virgo season on this full moon, at the moment of our collective rebirth and our individual rebirth, there is so much opportunity for us to really start to learn and expand into who we are becoming and reflecting back on where we have been, who we have been, what we have served, and what we want to let go of fully. So, in the ritual that I have listed down below, you can follow. We're going to do a two-part ritual where we're going to do a release and a filling up. And through this, we're going to do a meditation where we can really connect and expand into our third eye and our womb space. So, one of the things that's really important to think about as we go through this rebirthing process is asking ourselves, from which place are we experiencing this rebirth? Are we in our lower chakras or are we in our higher chakras? And on this Piscean full moon, we're actually being asked to be in both simultaneously. So I know I've talked about this a couple times throughout 13 moons, that we are really being called to be the circle, to embrace it all. I think we even have a Be the Circle meditation in this month's modules. And that is really about being able to contain the polarities. And this is why polarity exists in three-dimensional aspects only. If we want to become better versions of ourselves, higher vibrational beings, more expansion, we need to dissolve this idea of polarities, dissolve the idea of good and bad, right and wrong, up and down, left and right, all of these ways that we have segregated pieces of ourselves, and embrace the unity consciousness that comes with 5D. And this full moon is giving us such a beautiful opportunity for us to actually step into that unity consciousness by embracing the Piscean witch and the Virgo womb energy at the same time. So, the meditation that I have below is going to walk us through this process of being able to have both polarities come together. And I have some journal prompts for you to work through during this full moon to really help you uncover what is blocking you and what is keeping you from really re-experiencing yourself in a brand new way. I know there's been a lot of intensity for a lot of us right now, and that is part of the birthing process, like I'd love to say that birth is really easy and babies just pop out and there's no pain and there's no sacrifice and there's nothing, that we have to surrender to. But in actuality, every death process, every letting go process is painful, and it becomes more painful the more resistance that we hold. So these journal prompts are really meant to stir the pot and shake up that resistance so that we can bring it to the forefront, so that in the ritual below, you can release it to this beautiful full moon. And then we can use the meditation to really allow ourselves to be filled with this unity consciousness so that we can actually embody the unity consciousness. Because the other thing about Pisces and Virgo energy is that Virgo is very embodied. It is all about the here and now. And Pisces is all about anywhere but now. Pisces is daydream energy, fantasy energy, escapism energy. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in the body. I want to travel in the astral planes. I want to just go anywhere meditatively, somewhere different. And so it's very difficult to up level our third eye using Piscean energy if we aren't grounded in the here and now. So, being able to do this on the full moon with the really beautiful Virgo energy just gives us this amazing opportunity to upgrade our third eyes into a 5D version of ourselves. So, I hope that you enjoy this meditation and ritual. And I would love if you could post pictures on the portal of what happens. And again, I'm like so heartbroken that I can't be there to walk us all through it and to do it all together. I'm really trusting in divine intelligence that it is meant to be an individualized experience. I really am super upset about it, but it is what it is. So I really would love to see your experience of it, and yeah, I'd love to know how this full moon has been affecting you. And I promise when the new moon in Virgo comes around in a couple weeks, we will make sure that that is live because I will be back from Tulum, and I will share with you the rebirthing process that we are doing there in the sacred cenotes, which is going to be so magnificent and so fun and so needed. So hopefully you have your own rebirthing experience during this month, and then we can all gather together on the new moon and share our stories. So that's it, blood sisters. Please share everything that comes up, and I love you, and I will see you at the new moon. Bye bye.